Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Coffee with Craig show. We'll be talking about commercial real estate in Central and Eastern Europe. Good Sunday morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this special edition of the Coffee with Craig show. We're here at Vinoteca this afternoon in Belgrade in Serbia, and I'm here with Tomislav Ivanovic, who is author and editor of Vinopedia.rs. So, Tomislav, thank you for joining us, and tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us a little bit about Vinopedia.
Thank you, Craig. And so good to be here surrounded by all these bottles of wine.
Yeah, always is, yeah.
So it's a good environment to be. But thank you for the announcement of Vinopedia. So It's a Serbian website, blog, that I started some 12 years ago. And back in those days, it was really difficult to find any kind of information about Serbian winemaking. And we often had a problem that foreigners who came here never could imagine that there is wine production in Serbia, although we have centuries of history and tradition.
Right. I think that's still a problem. The information isn't to everyone yet.
It's a path that we should cover. And basically, I had a Swiss friend, and together we had an idea to start writing about Serbian wines, with an idea one day that he starts selling Serbian wines in Switzerland, given that there are a lot of Serbian immigration over there. And he had a girlfriend in Belgrade, so this was
a good reason to do the wine.
After a couple of years, I started writing my blog. I got information. I was also writing in English language. But he split with the girl, and he decided to stay in Switzerland.
Okay.
So I was left on my own with the website.
Right.
So I was thinking whether...
You could have found him another girlfriend, right? And he could have stayed.
So basically, I was left on my own, and I said, okay, if I already invested a couple of years creating something, so I should continue doing so. And basically, this is how Vinopedia came into existence. Then I completed also some sommelier courses and gradually went into the wine scene more seriously. In 2016, I got the Best Wine Blog of Europe award in Bordeaux. So for me, this was a big...
in Bordeaux?
Yeah.
Oh, so you upset the whole French population.
It was the first time that somebody from Eastern Europe gets the award. So I was even more happy. And for me, this was a sign that this is really becoming something. So basically, I'm still doing it. And besides writing, I'm not only writing for Vinopedia, I write for several other media. And basically, I'm also now organizing events. I'm judging wine competitions, and this is taking off a large portion of my time. And basically, I'm following what is happening in the Serbian wine scene, which is nowadays it's quite exciting to follow.
Yeah, a lot going on, I think, on the market.
Exactly. So it's amazing.
Well, we hope you'll write for Serbia Monthly as well once a month, an article about the wines and what's coming up new or what to try at restaurants, things like that. So we've got, and you're also judging a wine competition or a wine fair. Was a Belgrade Wine Fair is in 1 week, yes?
Yeah, actually next weekend already. So from 1st to the 4th of September, there will be a big wine fair. And as part of this wine fair, which is basically dedicated to the Balkan countries, so it will be a good opportunity to taste wines of the Balkan countries. And there will be also a wine competition. So I'm in charge of organization of the competition with all the judges who are coming, and it will be a tough job.
Yeah,
but somebody has to do it.
Someone has to do it. So how many wines are in the competition?
We have more than 500 samples.
Wow, so really a lot. So if people are going to your wine blog, what can they learn about? Like where the wineries are, what kind of wines they're doing, I see a lot of, because
Now I'm a bit delayed with publishing the latest news section in English, because I first write in Serbian and then translate everything into English. But the section about wine regions of Serbia is completely covered, so one can find all the information about wine regions of Serbia, typicity of the region, so what varieties are grown there, what to look for, some interesting trivia about the regions of history and
yeah,
so
there's a lot of history. Yeah,
exactly.
Well, we're going to be doing with Serbia Monthly. We're going to be doing wine tours next spring, so we would definitely like to help. We'd definitely like your help leading us in the right directions, and if possible, coming with us and telling us what to drink and what we're drinking. Yeah. So I see that we have some very interesting wine glasses here. I haven't seen wine glasses like this, and so maybe you could tell us what are we going to be drinking now, what it is, and why we're drinking it out of these special glasses.
Well, basically, me and a friend of mine, Igor, we started 7 years ago celebration of the International Prokupac Day. So the goal was not to invent something new, because there are a lot of things already existing in the Western world and some traditional wine countries. So we took what already exists elsewhere. So we decided that to pick the variety which has the highest potential to become a flagship grape of Serbia.
Okay.
And we thought, and we believed, and we still do believe, that it's Prokupac. So we found some old, in the archives, we saw some old document with the date that it was 14th of October. And for us, it was the first written record of
this wine, this grapes.
So we said, okay, why not 14th of October? And for 7 years, we started as a grassroots activity, without budget, without just using the social networks and contacting winemakers, and we quickly made huge success. So in only 7 years. 7 years ago, we had 15 labels of Prokupac in the wine shops on the shelf. Nowadays, you can find more than 70. So
wow, okay.
In just 7 years, it's a huge progress.
Yeah, and 7 years isn't very long in the wine business either,
exactly.
Is it? Yeah.
And also the popularity of Prokupac has risen, because it had a bit tarnished image, reputation, because of the socialist times, when it was usually made for mass consumption, cheap industrial wines. So
well, they ruined most everything during the socialist times of the taste of everything. Okay.
So we had to also change the mindset of people and the attitude of people towards Prokupac. And this year, this special glass is a kind of highlight of the year for us, because together in partnership with Riedel Company, which is one of the most reputed glass producers in the world, and also I have to mention, with big support of the USAID agency, official agency of the United States of America. So
always happy they're doing something good once in a while.
They really helped a lot for the promotion of Prokupac, and they really believed that Prokupac can show good side of Serbia abroad. And basically, we made cooperation, and as a result of this cooperation is what we see here. So this is a special varietal glass for Prokupac. So a team of experts tasted the Prokupac from different types of glasses, different shapes, and basically they came to conclusion that Prokupac tastes best if served in such a glass.
Okay, well, great.
And there we have it. So Riedel Performance.
Yeah, it looks a little bit like a red wine glass at the beginning with some.
Exactly. So you have it has big volume, so that when you pour wine, and if you're talking about wine, maybe we should
pour some wine. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
So
I'll let you pour it.
We have a Prokupac.
Excellent.
Basically,
yeah, and it looks like you'd get a lot more intensive smell coming up through the bouquet through it.
The wine gets aerated, and it gets contact with oxygen, so the flavors and the aromas come out better. And also you see the rim of the glass, because it's quite unusual. It's not the straight circle as it is typically the lid of the glass. So here it is a little bit wavery. It has certain angles. And the idea is when you drink wine from such, so basically the wine is pouring in small streams, and this is actually diminishing the impact of alcohol on the palate.
Okay. So you get the real flavors.
You get tamed alcohol.
So what should I expect, or what is the, let's say, proper way to test
so
this
Prokupec is. It was also difficult to explain to people because we were trained on the habits of the socialist times. So people were expecting that red wine should have a lot of alcohol, a lot of power.
Right.
It should be intense color. And Prokupec is not like that. So Prokupec is more elegant, more delicate as a wine. And it is more not the pure strength and power, but more delicacy and elegance. And it took us a while to explain this to people. So basically what you expect is Prokupec wine, which is more in terms of style resembling some Pinot Noir or Frankish, not Branac type or Cabernet Sauvignon or something like that. So we can maybe taste.
Let's try it.
Yeah. And here we have, I'm really happy that we are tasting this wine, because this is wine from Župa, from south of Serbia, which is a traditional region for Prokupec. So thanks to Župa producers, the Prokupec survived the socialist times and those mass plantations and everything. So here we have a wine from Jota Winery, which is from very old vineyards, so more than 80 years old. So you can still find old vineyards of Prokupec in Župa region.
They didn't destroy it. They didn't destroy them all.
Exactly.
Good. All right.
Thank God they did.
Yeah.
So
give them another 50 years. They might have. Yeah.
Well, I think that now the winemakers from there start realizing that they have some, family gold.
For sure they do.
In their gardens or in their plots of land. So here we have old vineyards which give concentration to the grapes, because the yield is lower, and for that reason you get better quality of grapes. So let's taste some.
Sounds great. Oh, that's very nice.
It's very nice usage of oak. So this is Serbian oak also.
Oh, that's just great.
But you still get a lot of fruitiness and complexity.
Yeah, that's really nice.
For me, it's,
Don't forget the camera on.
What's that?
The camera guy.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, don't forget the camera guy.
Yeah.
Daryl Fidelak, our super camera. Our super camera guy is,
people usually think here, and we have this seasonality in wine drinking. So people generally use summer to consume white and rosé wines, and from the autumn they start consuming red wine. But Prokupec is very versatile in that sense, because you see, it's not heavy, it's not overpowering, so you can really enjoy it also during the summer.
Yeah, you can definitely drink these. These go down very nice during the summer.
Just before serving, you should just cool it down a little bit in the freezer to just reduce temperature a couple of degrees. And it makes a perfect companion for summer.
Yeah, very. So Daryl, come join us for the last taste of wine here. And so Tomislav, thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming out and having explaining this great wine to us, and why we all now need to buy a case of at least 6 of these glasses to really enjoy it properly. Everyone watching the show, thank you for watching this special edition of Coffee with Craig, and we will see you in the morning with the news. Click here to subscribe to the Coffee with Craig show, and don't forget to share it with your friends.